Okay, so Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing are closing shop because Anthony Joshua got completely dismantled by Daniel Dubois. I was very shocked for this fight because Anthony Joshua looked horrendous, complete disaster. I do not know what he has been doing with Ben Davison because this guy is a complete fraud. I don't care what anyone has to say about this because he came into this fight completely unprepared, completely defenseless. His lead left hand was low the entire fight. Daniel Dubois was chasing the fight since the beginning and was putting pressure on AJ. AJ was overconfident, way too relaxed, and completely defenseless. Like disregards any potential danger that Daniel Dubois was possessing because he lacked everything, no game plan. I'm very interested to hear about the game plan because AJ looked completely lost since the beginning of the fight, did not take any initiative, did not manage the distance, like he was completely lost. It was like a novice in there. When Daniel Dubois hit AJ clean on the chin in the first round, I was shocked because the punch was so telegraphed. It was so easy to spot, and yet he was completely defenseless. And since that shot, AJ was completely gone. All 5 rounds, trying to recollect himself, but unsuccessfully because this guy has no recovery powers and was not able to recover at all. I think he will be recovering this entire month because AJ was completely gone. Completely. Did not have the sting in his punches. He had no feet under him and was completely off balance all 5 rounds. He was not in there at all. And Ben Davison, complete fraud, not throwing in the towel early because AJ should have been stopped way early because he was not showing anything. AJ was not showing anything, was getting dropped numerous times throughout all these 5 rounds, and Ben Davison was just stood there and watching. The only thing Ben Davison is good for is to make you feel better and have a maybe good time in the camp because this guy should be nowhere near any boxers, like should not train any boxer. Complete disaster, Ben Davison. And this was the first real test for Anthony Joshua because his last couple of fights were gimmick fights, complete gimmick fights, and this just shows like the levels in boxing because Daniel Dubois, very young, very hungry, and just completely dismantling AJ. The experience wasn't even a factor in all this because AJ looked completely lost. And since the first punch, it was over. It was over since the beginning. First of all, fire Ben Davison immediately. Immediately get rid of this guy because he has no business in training boxers. Complete disaster. No game plan for AJ in this fight. There was no clear strategy for him and completely defenseless. He was so crap, so bad. So I was so shocked with this because at least in the past, AJ was able to establish some distance and was able to, keep some of the fighters at bay. Of course, Daniel Dubois is a young guy and very energetic and likes to push the pace, but he could have managed the distance. He could have made some defensive adjustments, but no adjustments for this guy because all the experience that he has, psychological issues. How is he going to survive the next fight against Daniel Dubois in the rematch? Considering the beat down he took, severely beat down because he was being beaten down all 5 rounds, mercilessly, completely, almost every single round getting dropped and they're getting badly hurt. And then the finishing blow, which was devastating, made a face plant and was breakdancing on the ring. Complete disaster. Complete. I was so shocked and so angry with Ben Davison, the crap coach, complete crap. AJ made Philip Hrgović look like Brian Lennox Lewis. Complete disaster. Hrgović did a better job against Daniel Dubois. He had some success in the early rounds and could not emulate any of this. Anthony Joshua completely dismantled and destroyed. I will not say that, of course, Anthony Joshua is not a fraud boxer, but this is a huge problem. He has too many baggages, too many psychological issues, too much demons, and I think no future for him at the top level in heavyweight boxing. Completely no chin at all. I don't care what anyone says. because he was trying to recover all 5 rounds, and this is not good. There is no rebuild. No rebuild for AJ. I don't care what anyone says. In this fight, it looked completely horrible. Horrible. He got beat down so hard, so badly. It was like, chasing down a homeless guy. It was like chasing down, a low-level thief and breaking all his bones in his body. It was complete disaster. Disaster. AJ should 100% retire because I don't see any fights on the horizon for him, and no rebuilds, no rebuilds. Maybe rebranding, as being the new Derek Chisora. But other than this, it is complete disaster. Maybe when Fury loses against Usyk, but even then, I think Tyson Fury is gonna pummel him because AJ really no chin, no chin in this heavyweight division is catastrophic. There is no future, 100%.